with the left side, and then we are going to move slowly to the left to the search. And okay, so here in the drop down menu in settings, under settings, is where we upload the logo, set the commission. If we disable, we have to do it every time. I put I don't know what, like, I think you work on a different scale here. You can either do 5%, 10%. I'm going to leave it at 10%, but you can, every time you make a reservation, you can change it. And then we save the change. The other thing that you will use under settings is users. And I believe Catherine knows how to use it because she has added a couple people here. And you can add a user. Here, you can decide what permission, what role you want to give to that user, either a supervisor, a manager, or if it's just going to be like a finance person, you can select the role. You have to do this, select the permission at a time when you're adding the person, and they will receive an email and they have to create a password. But it's under settings. In general, is to adjust the commission, the logo, and the other important part you're going to use here is the users. Where you can add them. The other thing I wanted to show you on there here is the browser extension. If you don't have it, I suggest you download it. It's with Google Chrome. If you are navigating in other systems, like, I don't know, like Expedia, it will tell you if that hotel room it's cheaper on RateHawk. So if you add it to Chrome when you're in another browser, then you will get a pop-up screen that says, geez, that's so expensive. We have it here for this much. It's a way for you to save some time when you are looking for the cheapest price. My suggestion is to add the browser extension, which is here, browser. Help Center, it's good if you have questions about promotions, cancellations. Let's say that you're navigating the system and you have, oh, I don't know how to cancel cancellations. And then it's like a blog where you can find a lot of like, oh, how can I do this? How do I pay for my booking? So it's very helpful. You can always reach out to me, but it's always here also on here. Health Center. I don't know if you have downloaded the app. You can just scan the code here and you can download the RateHawk app. Support, this is the next tab. You can make a request here, make a request. It will ask you, do you have a booking? No. It's maybe it's just like general question. You want to know, or do you have this particular hotel? You can submit a request through the support tab, but I'll show you later another more efficient way to submit a ticket. Here you will find the phone number for support. They have 24 hours. You just dial this number, have your order number ready when you call them. You can always email them too. And here's my information. If you need to find out about your commissions or anything related to commissions, training, how to navigate the system, how the loyalty points work, all of that I can help you with. Then we have this drop down for more, again, general questions about the FIT department, groups. If you have a specific question about, oh, I want to rent the rental car, how does that work? Here is a phone number and the email. I wanted to show you. So this is like the support. Every time you need something here, and if you have tickets already open, you can find them here with the order number. You type the order number or the last name. And this is when you have so many orders already, you cannot find it. You just can find it with the order number. Now I'm going to move to the search part. Here, this is how to make a booking. And I'm going to go through this and talk about the payment options because I have a Brandy. I think Brandy reached out to me with questions about payment options. So let's do, we're doing a search. It takes a little while to download, but all right. So for example, I was going through this particular hotel and here you can see the meal plan. the cancellation policy. So basically you can book this and you don't have to pay for it, and you have until July 16 to cancel. And here you have different type of payments, and this is what I want to go over. By wire transfer, by car, this means that you can book now and pay later. If you were going to this, for example, by car, it means that you can only pay now. You cannot book now and pay later. Let's say if you were going to book this one, you will be earning 8 loyalty points. And I'm gonna go ahead and select this. And the loyalty points, you can see them here. Once you accumulate points, you will see here each individual user has their own loyalty points account. So you're not sharing the points with anybody else. So, and then you can use those points to pay for another reservation. Once you have enough points here, pay with points. I don't have any, but this one, I will be earning 8 points, and they will be added to your account after clients check out, just like a commission. So if we're going to book this here, this is what I want to go over, the payment option. In this case, you have 3 different ways of payment. The first link, by wire transfer, by bank card, or payment link, this is the option where you can book now and pay later. And when you pay later, clients, you can pay a net rate, which is this option, bank card. Payment link will be with a commission, and you can adjust that commission. If you choose pay now by card, it's a net rate. So you're paying right now a net rate. So this is for when you're paying for your own booking, or when you're paying with a corporate credit card and you're invoicing your clients differently, then you use the pay now by card because you're using a net rate. Now, let's say that you have your client's credit card, and it says here, client's card with that commission. And you still have the option here to adjust that commission. So we did 10%, you can adjust it. Remember that 10% that I saved on the first screen, but you can always adjust this. Okay, now with 15%, it's 2,000. With 10%, 1901. This, and then your commission is 190. You can always do a percentage, or let's say that you just want to charge them $200. You can do the dollar amount, or you can do where is it? Yes. So if you were 0, again, that will be pay now by card. 1711. If we are doing with client's card, make sure you adjust this. Let's say that we want to do $200, and then you proceed with payment. If you were going, again, if you were going to do the first option, make sure you adjust the commission. Here you can see that the net is 1711, and with the customer will be 1901. And then just do book now. I'm not gonna book it now, but because we have some orders, I wanna go over that. But then if we pick the first option, you can book now and pay later. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then we go to orders, and you can see the order here. And it will say it's here, but it's not paid. And it will give you, if you click on it here, expense, and you can see, for example, this order, the net price was 2,046. It looks like there was added a commission of 1315.46, but at the time of payment, it was paid by card. Where is it? I saw it. I just saw pay by card option. Right here, by card. So that means that even though you save it with a commission at the time of payment, when they came here and pay for it, they paid by card, and they net rate. They didn't pay by link to add the commission. So that's something I wanted to mention, that it's very important when you're selecting the payment method. How are you paying, with commission, without commission? And even thus, it says here that it was added at 13/15/46, but when they select the payment method by card, it was paid net rate. And then you can go to reporting, transaction monitoring, and I can see that it was paid by card 22/46. It's just, I want to make sure that this is clear with the payment options. Do you have any questions?
I don't, Lori, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, I just want to make sure this part is clear, because this is crucial, because when you're making your first reservation, you want to make sure you're adding your commission. So again, you can always let me know before payment, because once it's paid, I can't do anything. We have to either cancel, refund it, and go over again, or just say, you know what, $70, it's fine. Next time, when you select the type of payment, if you choose by card, you're paying net. Also, it will tell you how much you're paying, so it should be less than with the commission. And this is, and there's another order here. It was the same net rate. It was a $6, but it was paid $194 by card. And then this one, but this is a long time ago, so let's see. By card, yes.
I
So
do have a question. You send a link to your client and they pay with that link. You get copied on the receipt so you could see the invoice of the breakdown and when they paid and how much.
yeah, so you're gonna go to reporting tab, transaction monitoring, and then you will see the payment here. It will say by card, by link, and then you can download it. No, wait. So it's, which one is it? Here. Payment confirmation.
That link that you give to somebody, it will send you a copy as well as them.
You
Or
will,
add
you
to this to see it.
you will be notified once they pay, and then you go to your back office in transaction monitoring and see if the transaction's been paid, and it will be shown here in your payment history here that it's been paid, and you can download the receipt here. This is the payment confirmation, and this is the amount they pay. Is that what you were asking?
I was just wondering if it auto generates an email to you confirming that the payment's been made to
Yes.
the client.
You will get an email that says that that reservation has been paid, but you had to download in your back office the receipt. So you go to reporting, transaction monitoring, and you will see it here, and I had to download it, which is this. Okay. All right, so this was for the payment options. So I see that we have 3 reservations, and then you can go here and see, okay, when was created, when was paid, and it will tell you, for example, this person booked a non-refundable order. So she had to pay on the spot, and she probably paid by card. So it's a non-refundable order. Let's say that you have questions about this order. You're going to submit a ticket here. So again, we go on the order, customer support, and then you have different options. And this is basically you are submitting a ticket. Now, not refundable rates, you know, they are restricted. So chances are for us to cancel this or make a change might be difficult. But if we don't, if let's say that you have cancellation deadline until July 15, you can cancel until July 15 and get a refund. my recommendation, always submitting a ticket on the particular order. So when you submit a ticket, you're creating a ticket for this order, 307. So it's easier for everybody to follow up on this. And if you don't hear from support, depending on the urgency, if it's like clients are on the spot and they don't let them check in, this is like high priority. I would recommend to submit a ticket and call the support team. Depending on what you're requesting, if it's like, I want to double check what the type of bedding, probably the response time is going to be between 24 and 48 hours. If it's like an emergency, the response time is within like minutes. But my recommendation is for you to call. Here is, and then you can always follow up with me. Hey, Michelle, for no urgent matters, like, hey, Michelle, I submitted a ticket. This is a ticket number. I haven't got a response, and my clients are traveling in November. Then I can follow up on that ticket that you submitted. But my first reaction is going to be like, did you submit a ticket? Because I can follow up on that particular ticket. I'm limited on my options of the things I can do on the tickets, but I like to be aware of if there's any particular situation. The other thing that I'll suggest is to submit a ticket that says double check the booking with the client. I think it is a good practice among travel agents that, okay, I have this week, I have these clients arriving to the hotel, I don't know, on Friday. And they like to go the extra step and say, okay, I want to double check the booking. You don't have to do it, but I learned from other travel agents that like to do this double checking a few days before the arrival. And you can see here, and you will get this green check mark here that it's been verified. These are like a couple of things that I think they're good practices. So we are all aware of like, okay, this has been double checked. It's not on your end. We all double check. Again, things happen. And this is what I learned as a good practice to prevent this kind of cases. A lot of the times you will see that the room type says something here and say something similar, but not exact same words. So you can always double check here with a hotel and say, I want to double check the bedding. I think it was this one. Yeah, hotel or room description. Again, if we do this like ahead of time, we should be able to have time to clarify these questions. We unfortunately don't have control over the hotel description since we use so many different suppliers, and each hotel and each supplier names it slightly different. So it's common that you can see also, I don't know, it happened to me when I'm in booking.com and I go to the hotel website, sometimes don't even match there. So we don't have control over this. We try to be as clear as possible, but just take a look here. If you have questions, just submit a ticket. Now, I want to go over the hotel selections. This is another really cool feature with RateHawk. And what do you normally book? Do you book in the US? Do you book Europe? Do you book all inclusives in the Caribbean?
I do mostly domestic, and I think, I don't know for Lori, but we have other consultants though, who do a lot of stuff out of the country. So showing either is fine.
Okay. Okay. Let's say that you have clients going to New York, and after New York, they're going to go to LA, and they're doing like several reservations, but you want to be able to send him a couple options, maybe 2 options in New York, 2 options in LA. So we are going to create a hotel selection. So let's say New York. You know their budget, I don't know, it's $800. So will you go here? Well, let's pick one. So maybe you want to pick a hotel that gives you loyalty points. And let's see. This is just like a regular search. Let's see what are the room types that we're trying to send. here, and then you have different options here. And the reason why is because it could be the same room, but we had 1, 2, 3, 4 different, because we have maybe 4 different suppliers. This one will be a non-refundable rate. That's why it's the cheapest option. I don't suggest to book non-refundable rates unless your clients are purchasing travel insurance. I will go for the next option, that you have free cancellation, and here are the deadlines. And then you have payment options by wire, by card. You say, okay, we are going to offer him a double standard. We are going to create a selection. Let's say you have this Smith client, Smith honeymoon. Okay, so we're going to create this hotel selection for, let's just name it honeymoon in August. So we're going to create a hotel selection where you can say, hey, Mr. Smith, I can show you 2 hotels in New York. We're going to show the standard, and then let's do a deluxe room. Again, you always want to double check what kind of room you are picking. Let's do this one, to the honeymoon. We added. So now we have a hotel in New York. And now let's say that they are going after New York, your clients are going to LA. And now it's going to be from August 3rd till the 5th. And again, we want to make sure that we offer him a different type of hotels. It just takes a little while to load all the type of rooms, but then we are going to do the same, like, okay, all of these are not refundable. Yeah, they're cheaper, but they're not refundable. Here it depends on your client's budget, but let's just pick this one that you have more payment options and more flexibility. We are going to add it to your hotel selection, to the honeymoon, or whatever name you want to put. And we are going to offer him an executive room and free cancellation. Okay. So now we are going to go to selections, and we created hotel selections for this honeymoon in August. You can edit here and rename it, but let's go and take a look what we chose. So basically you will be able to get a link and send to your client, but before doing that, it's important that we review what we are sending. Here is the hotel in LA with 2 different type of rooms, the executive and the standard. And then in New York, we have the deluxe and the standard double room. Now it says commission 0 here. So it's important to review it and adjust your commission. And let's say that you want to add a 15% across the board, 15% commission to all of them. Then you will see the price here reflecting the 15% commission to the 4 different type of rooms. But maybe you found that one of the hotels can be cheaper. So you can manually adjust the commission for each item. So on this ones, we are going to do 10% because we want to compete with your other supplier. And on this one, you want to keep it 15%. And on this one, maybe 17% because it's more expensive on whatever the other on the website. So you can make a little bit more commission. Then we are gonna send a note. So here in edit, you can put, hello, Mr. Smith. These are my suggestions for your honeymoon. Save it. And then you can copy the link, download the PDF, but let's go ahead and preview. All right, so this is what your client's going to see with the link or the PDF. Here are your notes. Your name will be here in your account. And here are the options. Now, your client cannot book from here. They need to let you know which hotel they want, and you can go ahead and book, but at least they can review it and see the pictures. Why is the difference between this and this? Or is it different executive and a double? And now in New York, you're offering 2 options, and just go ahead and send the link. When they get back to you and say, you know what, I really like the hotel in New York with the deluxe room. And then, well, we gotta make sure we adjust this pricing. $697. Yeah, so it's important that before we send it, we adjust this, because yeah, so then you want to say, okay, I want to have a book, and it will take you to the main screen to book. It could be that by the time your client, you send the link and they get back to you 2 weeks later, it could be that the hotel is no longer available or the price have changed. You will be notified if something has changed at the time of booking, and you have to send the link again to your client. So let's say that we want to book this one. And again, I selected, I believe, a free cancellation and option payment options. So here, yeah. So if we choose this option, we can book now and pay later, and then you can pay commission or by payment link or even wire transfer. Or if we just choose this one, it's because you have your client's credit card in hand to go ahead and proceed with payment. Here again, you have the option to adjust the commission. Maybe something changed. Just always double check that when you are the amount that you are charging reflects the commission. If you were charging, then this is what you will be charging on the card. So it's important to always double check this. And then proceed with payment. Again, if you do this first option, you can go back to your orders, and your order is going to be sitting there with like no payment, and it's going to say, please cancel before this deadline. And you will get emails 5 days before the deadline saying, hey, you need to pay for this, cancel or pay for the order. So it's difficult to miss them because you get reminders in your email, but just pay attention to that. This is the cool feature that I like with hotel selections. I don't know if you all do, like if you have your clients visit you in person or do it by email. This is like a difference. And another really cool feature, if you're sitting in your desk and you have your client in front of you. Okay, I'm gonna do another hotel. There is a way for you to hide your net rate and only show with commission. And I'll show you that. Okay. Okay, so you see here how it says 1917. This is your net price. If you do shift plus R, then it's 2130. So this 2130 is with the percentage commission that we enable here. In settings, here we put at 10%. So if we go here, let me do. It just takes a little long. All right. So here, this price is already with the commission. If I do Shift R, you see how you can see here, the small print that says 2130, but your net price is 1917. If you do Shift R, it's gonna hide that net price like that. This is when you are in front of your customer or your customer is next to you, then you do Shift R, and then you can see the price with commission, Shift without commission. And that can be adjusted in here in the settings. If you don't want that feature, you just disable that. But this is the combination, Shift plus R. That's what you can do here. So Shift plus R. Well, yeah, well, it's going through this again. So this is another cool feature I wanted to show you. And then Kat was telling me that you may be doing groups. All the groups requests are offline. So you have to submit a group request here. More than 5 rooms, so 6 rooms, it has to be submitted as a group. And then you put all the group information here. And you should be getting a quote within the next 24, 48 hours. There is a delay because the main office is in Europe. So if you submit it today, like for example, today on a Friday at 11, for me it's 11:42 a.m.,
Right.
but it could be like nighttime in Europe. So you're probably not gonna get a response until like Monday and maybe Tuesday, if they are able to get a hold of the hotel on Monday. But normally hotels also take forever to get back to us. But again, this is something you only is available offline. You have the option to do car rentals. They are also an offline request. Oh, no. Starting today, actually, because I just got the news last night, starting today, it used to be offline, but starting today, now you
Okay.
can submit a request online. This is a
Cool.
new thing. We do not pay commission on the air tickets transfers of rental cars. There is an option when you're looking for a transfer to add a commission. It's more like a serving. At the time of payment, you can only pay the net price. It's here for informational and like as a convenience, because there's some agents that can charge their clients, invoice them separately for the full package. And that's why it's here. We are focusing in hotels and commissions. You can book an air ticket, you can book a transfer boat, you won't get the commission unless you invoice your client separately, and then you can charge whatever you want, but you just pay us net rate. Now, in regards to commissions, every month there is like a statement, so we gotta go to the reporting tab. And this is probably more like the finance person that does it. The accounting or finance person will get in touch and say, "Hey, Michelle, I want my commissions to be paid for the month of," what is today? It's almost July. For example, here it looks like we have a couple sales back in December and January, but it was 0 commission. You will see here, like for example, in June, you sold $5,000 and your commission is $250. You're just going to download a document and email it to your account manager. In this case, that's me. So you download the closing document for the month, and you will see here the commission and the bookings that you earn the commission for. And let me know if you want the money to be paid as a wire transfer or overpayment, and I'll go over the overpayment option in a minute. But right now it's not an automatic feature. We're working on that, and hopefully by the end of the year that you don't have to do this extra step. But it's only when you have commissions. If you don't have any commissions here, you don't have to send me the document. But this, I don't know if you're going to be doing that, or this is more like the finance person that will do it. But that's the extra step for that. Unpaid invoices. Let me check something here. So we don't have anything on pay. There is an option called top up by credit card. I call it a virtual wallet where you can add money to your account and have it here. Like, let's say you want to add $2,000 with your corporate card because you're going to be paying net rates. You can add that $2,000 and it's going to be sitting in your account here. And you can use that money to pay your orders. Right now, we don't have anything outstanding, but you will say order on pay order for $300, and you can use this this virtual wallet top up by credit card money to pay your reservations. Normally, if you scroll down here, it's called overpayment. So you will see here that you have, let's say, it's $2,000 in overpayment that can be used to pay for bookings. I don't know if you're going to be using that, but I just want to leave it here for informational purposes in case that there is the option. Some agents use it, some don't at all, but that's an option that you can basically add money to your virtual wallet, have it, that money be sitting here and use it to pay your orders. So for example, if we had $2,000 in the virtual wallet, you can pay this reservation, 2246, you can pay. But we don't have it here. This is pretty much a whole overview. Do you have any particular questions?
I don't have any, not right now, no.
So for me to book on here, do I have to be registered by CAT?
Yes, you had to be added. So CAT needs to add you as a user. All right. Yeah, I don't see you here. Yeah. So CAT needs to add you as a user. I see that she has most of her agents as a manager. And once she adds you, you're going to get an email and then you create your credentials. And then you can start booking.
Okay, and can you say your cell phone number again? I missed the last part of it.
Sure.
When you
Okay. Here, for this phone number, it doesn't say my extension, but I'm happy to send to you by email. This is the same number as support. And then you can dial my extension and I get a phone call, or you can call my cell phone. This is my cell phone. Now, why, I don't know why my extension is not there. It's in my email. My extension number is 76539. Or you can call my cell phone. If I don't answer, just leave a voicemail and I get back to you. I'm in Seattle, so we have a time difference. Are you all in New York?
Nope, I'm in Mountain Time in Denver.
Okay.
Yeah, we have consultants all over, so.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
Consistent.
Yeah, okay, because I do get sometimes people in New York. Well, I have a couple partners in New York, and I wake up to like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. phone calls, and I mean, of course, it's 9 a.m. for them, right? So just leave a message and I get back to you because it's only 11 in the morning or 9 in the morning for me. But yeah, so here's where you can find my information. And if you click on the drop down, you can see mostly how can I help you? Basically anything but support, because there's, again, support has different processes. I can follow up. Of course, you say, Michelle, I have an emergency, I can connect you with support. But they have their own processes and open a ticket. And what is this about? Is it urgent? No, it's a complaint after booking, after they travel or before they travel. This is different variations. And according, of course, if the clients are on the spot, it's immediately urgent. If you have a question regards the hotel, they're not traveling until November, probably the response time is going to be a little slower. Also, hotels take a long time to get back to us because I can see some of the communication that they are waiting to hear from the hotel. But it's pretty simple. It's like a booking engine system. What it's different about RateHawk is that you can set your own commissions, like the percentage or the dollar amount. So you have a lot of flexibility and a lot of like, oh, send the payment and they can pay by link. And your clients can just pay by link and you just get notified when they pay. You can download the receipt and send it to them. Once they pay, you can download the voucher here. The voucher or the invoice. And it will say pay. You can send a receipt. And then here you see like as your logo is here. And yeah. So it's a lot of exploring a little bit the app, getting comfortable. You can always do a test booking. Make sure you read the deadlines and cancel before the deadline.
Cool.
But for example, this is not refundable. This means that at the time of booking has to be paid. But yeah, there is a lot of information here. Like, okay, what type of room, the name of the hotel, the order, how you book, the informational invoice. Let me download this one. It's gonna look like this. I wish it doesn't have the logo or your logo, but this is how it's gonna look. That's why you can do, once they pay, you can do the voucher and the invoice. That's my suggestion. But yeah, I think we cover all the essentials, how to make a booking, the payment methods. Of course, you're not going to remember everything, but as long as we know how to make the booking, you're choosing the right payment method and how to make a support ticket, then the rest we can, when things come up, just get back to me and we can do a part 2 for the selections, because the selections, it took me more than 2 times to do it, to understand how it works. So you can definitely practice on doing the selection, send it to you. These are all my tests. You can share it from here. With the link, with the description, view the selection. People really like this feature, this one. So you don't have to put anything together. You don't have to put an email together with the name of the hotels or anything. So it's just one link. And you can put a note, like, why are you recommending? And then look here, the map. Yeah, I think we're done for today. If you don't have any other questions, and I will be sending you the recording. If you have any questions, just follow with me. I will send you to other short videos that we have had to make a couple reservations. They're very short, very brief, I would say, not very in detail, but I think that will be helpful to share with the rest of your colleagues.
Great. That sounds good.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. So
Yeah, thanks so much, Michelle. This was helpful.
I hope we can start making reservations without the fear of making because Catherine told me, oh, I don't think we feel comfortable. Let me stop the recording.